37.
With the direction, I'm going to put the TBM in front of you for planning purposes.
Today monitor 123.85.
2385.
Delta 181, last down over 0, 127 left to land, wind calm.
Buses over takeoff.
Taxi the Pink Sierra Charlie, hold short of runway 27 left. Pink Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 left. Delta 2846.
Report, Golf Juliet, Smarmy heading, runway 26 left, deliver takeoff. Delta 830, runway 26 left, miles away.
Runway 26 left, Delta 830.
West 3726 Bravo 3 to the Victor Loop. Have a great day.
Right, Delta 2336.
Hold short, like you to right at Tango.
Right at Tango. Keep them right.
Delta 181 for the take, hold short of runway 27 right.
Sorry about that, hold short of 27 right. Delta 2181.
Delta 181 monitor 123.85, great morning.
2385, Delta 21.
Now are you?
Alright, Tango going 175, Delta 2181.
FAA LID for arrival.
Takeoff 26 left, Delta 2860, German 26 left.
have I told you? I just had that thought, like, did I actually talk to you already? But I think I got 2 good readbacks on you. I got you loud and clear there, Peter. Appreciate it. Tower, Sierra Charlie, cross runway 27 left, hold runway 27 right at uniform.
Sierra Charlie, cross 27 left, hold short 27 right at uniform. Thank you.
Good speed across. Delta 2121, Atlanta Tower, continue runway 27 left, 2 seconds, roger.
Roger.
3.85.
2385, North 2446.
Delta 2130, acquisition, Sierra Charlie, cross runway 27 left, hold short, runway 27 right, uniform, traffic, 2.5 miles.
Sierra Charlie, uniform, clear to cross 27 left, full boogie, Delta 2137.
Alpha, roger, Sky with 3960, Monitor Tower, 2385.
2385, Sky 3960.
Delta 2171, runway 27 left, middle land, 1310 at 3, thank you.
Red line now, Delta 21.
Delta 2136, Griffin, hold short, runway 27 right.
Yes, sir, 27 right, hold short, one Delta 2136.
Delta 2136, Monitor Tower, 123.85.
Good morning.
Arnett in, pass right 26 left, clear for takeoff. Tower 6484, the down, 26 left, 547. Up 2858, kind of small. Radio, Toledo. 2858, departure, side on. Right, transfer, right, 27 right, join right, Sorry, 0.75, Delta 2446.
Delta 2302, cross runway 27 right, join Lima, contact ground 0.75.
Cross 27 right, join Lima, ground 0.75, Delta 2302.
Delta 2136, cross runway 27 right, join Mike, contact ground 0.75.
First cross 27 right, Mike, 175, Delta 2136. Good morning.
Good morning. Delta 25 and 19, you can send a departure with you.
Delta 25, 19 today. 307, Sierra Charlie, cross runway 27 left, hold short, runway 27 right at uniform. Delta 2171, hold short, runway 27 right at Tango.
Hold short 27 right at Tango, Delta 2171.
Delta 2171, Monitor Tower, 123.85.
Good day.
Monitor Tower, 123.85, please. Clear takeoff.
2966.
Delta 2017, Atlanta Tower, 26 left, line of boys.
Line up away 26 left, Delta 2817.
916, Tower 6 long.
Audio, Flamingo. Smart, see ya. Delta 1361, visual
1351, Atlanta Tower, 26 right, wind 3203, red line.
Good morning, Delta 1382, depot 16 left.
Delta 1382, Atlanta Tower, good morning, runway 27 left, middle land, 290 at 3.
Delta 1382, clear line 27 left.
Left clear, takeoff.
West clear for takeoff, Delta 2817.
Tower, 26 left, line of boys.
Last line 6.
Endeavor, beta boys 4, half the long. Audio, Flamingo.
Contact departure, have a good one, 06484. Tower, Southwest 1362, visual 28.
Southwest 3052, Tower, the winds are calm, runway 28, little land.
28 clear line, Southwest 1362.
No, you can't see me.
Delta 1892, Atlanta Tower, 26 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait on 26 left, Delta 1892. Charlie, hold short 27 left, elevation.
27 right, join Mike, contact ground point 75. 2171, cross over 27 right, join Lima, contact ground point 75.
Good morning, everyone. It's me, Jennifer Nittoso, coming to you live from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, the world's busiest airport. Welcome to Atlanta Plane Spotting Live. It is 8:37 EDT here at Hartsfield. Nice blue skies out there this morning. No rain in the forecast. Me cheating my microphone this way a little bit. How we doing? I see we got friends in the chat already this morning. Let's say hello. I'm scrolling. Phil Cognito. Wait, it actually says Phil Cognito. Confetti in the air. Phil, look at you. Baby's all grown up. Who else we got here? That was very exciting. Zephin, good morning. Chris, good morning. Graham, how you doing? Marcos Pele, buenos dias. SF Claxy, back for more. Nice to see you. Am I missing anybody? Am I missing anybody? Phil Cognito, this is so exciting. Wow. I mean, such good news right off the bat. Where do we even go from here? I took your advice and changed to a new account. Was that my advice, or was that like generally Atlanta plane spotting talk advice? Everybody's advice. Oh, did I miss the Pepsi plane? I hope not. I know I just missed it yesterday. We've got a few planes in the bend on the northern runways. What do we got going on the southern runways? Not a lot. I do see that there is a plane coming into Atlanta, so maybe we'll get some far south side action. Pepsi plane is over Nebraska, okay. Missouri, Nebraska, you know, whatever. Same diff, right? I hope everybody had a good evening. Quiet evening. Monkey Cup back in full effect this morning with my PJ's wedding cake coffee in it, I believe. Omaha is in fact in Nebraska, you are correct. Not to be confused with Missouri, though. They're not far from each other, but they are definitely different states. The US of A, man, we're a big place. A lot of states, a lot of cities, a lot of land, a lot of twofers. Got one for you right there. I see we are in, if we're not in reverse ops, what do we call that? Threefer, just ops, forward ops, fourfer, best ops. You guys, that was just so many planes. I'm not even gonna call them, just enjoy them. There goes one. Yeah, well, there's a lot of things we should know and we don't. Is that the UPS plane I spy lurking by? Threefer. This is a 717 going to Bentonville. Oh, really, Phil? Georgia related how? Hello, Heiko. There is a fair amount of traffic right now here at the world's busiest airport. I'm going to cheat my mic forward a little bit again, you guys, but I'm going to turn it off so it doesn't make a noise. Okay. This is Delta Connection 5316 coming in from Allentown in my pet. I am not familiar with that band, Phil. All right. Banana on the move here. Going to Dallas. A320.
That's all. Runway 27 right. Clear for takeoff.
R9 football. 27 right, clear for takeoff. Delta Control 13. 7 left. Jet Charlie, hold short. 7 left.
There you go. That is true, Graham.
Good morning,
Falcon 1, good morning, guys.
Good morning, information Charlie, 1500 feet, 10 miles south, like in a plan speed.
I am a big Billy Joel fan, actually.
Falcon 1, you're clear to
He has lots of songs about
south the Atlanta Hartsfield,
lots of places.
Identity and say altitude, please.
1500 feet, Falcon 1.
And Falcon 1, altitude check, UR radar contact, 8 miles to the south.
Coming in from Tulsa here. That's a 717.
Roger, we'll be
18-year-old plane.
south of, 2810, working,
So, true story, Graham Leggett. That was the first, like, grown-up record album that I ever got when I was a kid. I came home from school. I was in the 3rd grade, and it was waiting in my bedroom for me. Oh, we got a biggie. UPS doing us the favor of taking off on the north side this morning. That is a 767 34 AF, and it is 26 years old. We get both UPS and FedEx here, Heiko, among other international cargo planes as well.
432 south, crossing turbulence for the heavy 76 departure, runway 26 left, line up runway.
We must get U.S. Postal System planes, right? Do they use planes, or do they just use slingshots? Yep, we do get DHL.
Crossing 27 left, hold short, 27 right, uniform exit on Southwest 3127.
Thank you, Monitor Tower 123.85.
Oh, it's busy. It's busy in the bend and on the creep. Our first little baby of the morning is a Cessna 650 Citation 7, 31 years old. It's a private plane. Coming in from Lakeland. You know, Phil, I am not 100% sure about that. I know Memphis is the FedEx hub. I'm not sure what the UPS hub is, but I'm sure somebody in the chat knows. I see that there are 49 people in the chat this morning. If you're new, hey, welcome. Welcome to the world's busiest airport and Atlanta's hometown premier plane spotting show on YouTube, hosted by me. I would love it if you pop in the chat and introduce yourself. Say hi, tell me where you're from. Louisville. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Which is Kentucky. Phil Cognito.
Delta 1044 at Tango, cross runway 27 right, John Lima, cut around point 75.
Ooh, is it Yao Lopez Estevez? Hello, am I saying that right? Probably not. Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining us. 757 fans in the chat. What? 20-year-old 757 headed for San Diego here. Graham is the president of the Atlanta Plane Spotting. Meep, meep. was I just saying? Graham is president of the Atlanta Plane Spotting 757 fan club. Graham, you've been promoted. Congratulations. This promotion comes with no pay. You're welcome. A319 going to Omaha here, Nebraska, as a reminder for our international guests. Ooh, Butorn, am I saying that right? Thank you for spelling it out in English characters because I don't know what any of those other characters are. I wish I did. It's very pretty. Hi in Thailand. What time is it there? Is it tomorrow? I don't think it's tomorrow yet, right? I don't know if we can replicate the nail-biting drama of yesterday's Federal Marshal plane autobus to bus transfer. That was quite a thing yesterday, huh? Southwest 2242 going to San Antonio, 737. Did I give you a temperature check yet this morning? I did not. It is 73 degrees right now in Hartsfield. Winds out of the northwest at 4 miles an hour. Well, I'm glad it's not about money. Graham. (7:48 p.m. July 11th in Thailand. So, not quite tomorrow yet. I'm glad you found us, though. I mean 3 hours, but who's counting, Phil? 757 fans in the chat. What? This one's going to Mexico City. 22-year-old plane. Nice clear blue skies at Hartsfield this morning for the first time in what feels like a long time.
Southwest 2242, contact departure. Good morning.
Good morning, American 2431, visual 26, right?
American 2431 tower, continue to select your landing height short.
Claxi, is it just for any Southwest? Or a specific plane within the Southwest fleet? Yes, and 7 plus 3 is 10, Phil. Any Southwest, okay. SF Claxi is the CEO of the Southwest Appreciation Association. I think I see a fuzzy friend in the lineup. That fuzzy friend will be Spot the Jaguar livery, but we got a few to go before we get there. I see there's a 350 sitting at the international terminal in A350. This is American Flight 2431 coming in from Charlotte, A319. Hello, Richard. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the AM party. OMG, am I out of coffee already? That didn't take long. might need to run an IV. This is Flight 638 going to Dallas, A319 there. Good morning, Jared Nation. Coming to us from Midtown, I believe. With or without a biscuit this morning? Rick W. Hello, hello, how are you? So glad to have you with us. We love you back. Ooh, I think we're going to get a twofer here. Woo! Nose to tail right now. All right, this is a 717 going out. Coming in a 737 from Nashville. Going out is a 717 to Huntsville. Working from home today, so Tucker. Okay. Let's see. Clock City we should be. Started at 8:30-ish, so all things being equal, we should go to 11:30-ish. We got something good coming in at 11. A320 going to Midway here. 25-year-old plane. The president of the 757 Association said yesterday that he likes to know how old the planes are. Is that something that interests a lot of you? Or is Graham solitary in that particular area? Particular desire for knowledge. We got a double Southwest here. 737 going to Kansas City. Andrew White also likes to know the age of the planes. 19-year-old plane here. Okay, well, now I know. I've only been popping the ages in when they are very new or very old, you know, by aviation standards. But now I will pepper the ages in regularly. Well, I thought we had a double Southwest, but it looks like there's a Delta in front of the next Southwest. This is coming in from Midway, A320 here. The weather today and tomorrow in ye old Atlanta is supposed to be very quiet, or at least it was when I looked at the forecast last night. I'm going to look at it again right now to make sure I'm not lying. .737 on the way to the Ham right now. Yep, today and tomorrow. Dry, sunny, hot, humid, but like normal hot, humid. High temperature today, 90-ish, tomorrow 92-ish. And then thunderstorms creep back into the forecast. However, that's okay. So we were live with you guys yesterday. We're live again today. We're going to be live again tomorrow. And then we are going on hiatus for a few days. But fear not, we will be back next week. Got some business behind the scenes that we need to take care of. For fun, I can get on my own YouTube channel and you can just watch me look at Flight Radar 24. In the meantime, how fun would that be? Narrator, not fun at all, Jen. Not fun at all.
Aircraft that'll be clearing 26 right off your right side here in just a second.
That Frontier is, I think, was a Leopard? Where'd it go?
Hey, we'll continue on Bravo, follow the one at Echo 3, I believe it is, for Tuck 2 to the Victor.
Oh, Jaguar. Spot the Jaguar.
Right there off your right.
Bravo 3, Victor, point 9.
My favorite plane to look at is the Frontier planes with the animals on them. I love them. I think it's super fun. Gives me something to talk about, plus I'm an animal lover. So it isn't so much the model of the plane as the fun friends on the tail. Now to announce, twofer, I like to say Mitsubishi my brain's not working because I'm trying to do 4 things at once. The Mitsubishi CRJ900LR is for some reason my favorite thing to say. Followed very closely though by the Super Max 8. Or the Max 8. Super Max. I think that might be video. My favorite plane to be on? I honestly don't know. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. Prior to pursuing this new plane spotting career, I did not pay a ton of attention to what kind of plane I was on when I was flying in the past. As I mentioned yesterday, my most memorable flying experience, and I will talk about it until the end of time, was a flight from Mallorca to Dublin on Ryanair. Lars Taylor, 70 in LA right now. Ooh, you're up early. Glad you could join us. David, the spot where we shoot from has no shade. And as you can see, or if you have seen me, I will immediately burst into flame if I stay out in the sun that long. But we are working out some logistics so that I will be able to be live from time to time. And I am in Atlanta. I am not far from the airport. So I'm here, but I'm not here. True story. True story, Rick W. All right. There is Spot the Jaguar, headed to Cincinnati. Yikes, Phil. I bet that was nerve-wracking.
134, contact departure with you.
Yes, Graham, I went to Dublin in, I believe it was 2018. I went to Barcelona, then Mallorca, then Dublin, which is a bit of a weird itinerary, but it was a great trip.
Southwest 609, taxi Victor, please have a good day.
Good day, Southwest 609, Victor.
757 fans in the chat, what? This one's going to Kansas City. If you are new to Atlanta Plane Spotting Live, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a live stream ever. So Graham, just to confuse things, there is a Kansas City, Kansas and a Kansas City, Missouri. But the Kansas City in Missouri is the bigger one, much bigger. Train travel is probably my favorite travel. Phil. to the group, was that a VC-40 with the U.S. Marshals yesterday, 737 U.S. Air Force? We did indeed have a Marshals plane yesterday. The flight information was scarce. I think it was a 737. But we had like a whole half-hour drama at the end of yesterday's show, complete with Con Air soundtrack. Little bits and pieces of it, at least. We do have it all, Atlanta. We really do.
Victor Loop, Delta 9981.
That's a 737 there going to Memphis.
Delta 418 on up to MPAS 26 left for takeoff.
I wish the train system
Delta 1183
here in the States was more like it is in Europe.
Delta 1298, contact the fire. Good morning.
Good morning, 1298. Tower Delta 493.
Delta 2093, tower number 126, right, total land.
757 fans in the chat, what? This one's going to Minneapolis. 30-year-old plane.
Short of runway 27 right, taxi away, Tango.
27 right, Tango.
Delta 2507, contact departure, good day.
Checking out my arrival list here, looking for anything coming in internationally. I'm not seeing anything in the next 35, 40 minutes or so. Speaking of, ding ding, it is 9:03 a.m., 3 minutes after the top of the hour, here on Atlanta Plane Spotting Live. I'm Jennifer Nittoso, your captain for today's live stream from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, the world's busiest airport. We are a little over a month old now here at APL, Atlanta Plane Spotting Live. So thank you to everybody who keeps coming back. Some of you have been with me since our very first show on June 8th. You keep coming back for more punishment, and I appreciate that. But a warm welcome to our new people, to our skulker section, to our creeper cave, to our prowler precinct. I love you all. Anytime you want to step into the light and introduce yourself, though, I will be here for you. I'll be there for you. I'm seeing what can Brown do for us there. Was that UPS plane getting in line? I was busy being welcoming and hospitable, so I didn't see where it was. So many screens, you guys. What's that plane doing? Is it getting in line? Or is it just hanging out? I think it's getting in line. If it is, it's got 17 planes in front of it. You guys seen sometimes that type of plane takes members of Congress, even follows Air Force One sometimes. I'd buy that. That sounds reasonable.
Left on Bravo, please.
Left on Bravo, those 493.
United 340 are now to MPAS, number 26 left, takeoff.
That is coming into the south side from Fort Lauderdale, 757. 757 fans of the chat, what? Heading out here. Going to Denver, it's United, A320. Let's do a temperature check. We are not updated yet, but we will be soon. Generally speaking, Peachtree City, which is where the local National Weather Service office is, updates the temperatures at about 4 or 5 minutes before the top of the hour. But sometimes the internet lags behind that a little bit. Caffeinated Misfit has entered the chat. Good morning. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Delta 786, tower runway 26 left, line up and wait.
Claxey, CEO of the Southwest Aviation Appreciation Club. Here's your 737 on the way to Memphis. Phil Cognito finally got his act together. He is a person
Can you repeat that last Delta 13, 26?
with a plane
When you get to Tango, cross runway 27 right.
as his picture.
Ramp number 1 with me. Have a nice day.
Okay, cross 27 right, Tango, straight into the ramp. We appreciate the help, Delta 13.
All right.
Not a problem. Traffic holding up this.
UPS. Making moves.
Delta 786, on into impasse, runway 26 left, time for takeoff. Delta 2035,
Oh, I got you on my radar now. UPS. I see you. Coming in from JFK. Woo! 767 here. Hey. I don't have assigned music for domestic heavies, so I'm just gonna play something. There you go. Newly assigned domestic heavies music. Spotify picked it. But Spotify has my number for sure. Added to the playlist. I know. It's a little jock jams. I'm not gonna lie. I love all the jock jams music. Love it. 737 go to San Jose here. Sometimes. Sometimes. 82 friends in the chat. About 10% of that actually chatting. Just pop in and say hi. I don't bite much. I see a friend. Is UPS going to cut the line here, you guys? Or does it have to wait because of wake turbulence? 737 going to Indianapolis here. I like lots of different kinds of music, Graham, but I do have a soft spot for like early 90s booty shaking dance music. I love it. I have a whole playlist in Spotify called Redonkulous 90s. And it gets some use. Tyree, good morning. How are you?
RNAV Slaw, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 7 kilo.
Delta 1927, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 right, line of wait.
Should see a Southwest buzz by right here. There it is, coming in from Kansas City.
Delta 1046, correction, American 1046, cutting departure with you.
American 1046, switching today.
Time to get ill, Tyree. It is 9:10 EDT. $757 fans in the chat. What? Going to Santa Ana here. It is 66 degrees at Santa Ana John Wayne Airport with foggy conditions.
2048, November 2, left on November.
John Wayne Airport has approximately 1,038 departures a week, with its busiest route going to Las Vegas.
8041 on us, southeast 26 left for takeoff.
Okay, so, Graham, in theory, not a bad idea. In practice, man, that song is sad. That is not a party song. I love that entire album. I'm so old. Very much takes me back to my time as a reporter and weather forecaster in beautiful Fargo, North Dakota. True story. Try to keep the tone a little more, you know. Pow, 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 pow. I believe Yellow Submarine would get me immediately thrown in YouTube jail. I've been thinking about getting a kazoo so that I can provide all original music for you guys. So far, the feedback has been from the team, absolutely not. But they can't stop me. I mean, they absolutely can stop me. But if I sneak attack with the kazoo, it'll be too late. Mark, checking in from England. Hello, how are you? All right. Here we go. A300 F4-622R 20-year-old plane. It is going to Louisville, so that counts as a domestic heavy, right? Right. Off to Louisville we go. For the international folks, you may hear it be referred to as Louisville, but the locals will know you are not local if you do that, because they say Louisville. I learned this the hard way when I worked in radio at the Weather Channel, and I provided forecasts for radio stations all over the country. A lot of the southern cities that end with ville, the locals pronounce it by sort of swallowing the vul. Asheville, Nashville, Louisville. Little free lesson in local dialects here. You are welcome. No one asked for that, Jen. Well, you got it anyway. Is this my pet? Is this my precious? No, that's a 717 going to Montreal. Well, okay, Victorville, fair. That's California. Also, because of the way the consonants are lined up, that one is a little harder to swallow. The plane graveyard in Victorville. Hello, friend. This is Ichabod the Whooping Crane. And Icky is going to Ontario. A320. 3-year-old plane. Yep. Greenville is another one. Immediate non-local identifier. You call it Greenville. I'm going to Greenville. Oh, are you? True story, Rick W. UPS to Louisville, FedEx to Memphis. Nobody answered me about the U.S. Postal Service planes, though. They have got to fly in here, right? Or do they just drop the mail from a plane flying overhead? Banana coming in from Cleveland.
Flight 2349, contact departure, good day.
2349, good day.
Is Frontier out of Denver? Do they have a hub in Denver?
Ramp number 1 with me, skip ground, have a great day.
Cross 27 right with you to ramp 1, Delta 2438. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Atlanta is kind of a sub-hub for Frontier and Southwest. Love it when somebody comes into the chat right off the bat with a complaint. Southwest going to St. Louis here, 737. We're trying. We are trying. Aw, thanks, David. No plans for that, CW Media, but definitely something worth looking into. Do you think they would let me?
November 2, right on November.
Takeoff, super class, right at the impasse on the point.
Southwest 2924 Tower, runway 26 left, line up runway.
Oh, look at that. We're at 101 people in the chat. That was fast. That deserves a little party music.
All right, taxiway uniform.
Right, line up away, Delta 920.
Delta 2396, monitor the tower, 123.85, have a nice day.
2385, thanks, Delta 2396.
Spotify has a very clear vision of what I want to listen to. It is not giving me a whole lot of options outside of a particular genre.
Alright, have football to the right, click the takeoff, Delta 920.
That's our 100 people in the chat party music this morning. Good morning, John Casella. Thank you for joining us. David Wolfall, I do think that. We are shooting from an undisclosed location not far from the Renaissance, but it is private property. I heard, probably from one of you guys in the chat, that you used to be able to plane spot from one of the parking decks pretty well, but that the police security or airport security isn't really down with that anymore. That's coming in from Orlando right there, 757. 57 fans the chat. Well, what?
Delta 2467 tower, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 26 left, Delta 2467. 3230, visual 26 right.
Southwest going to Midway here in a 737 MAX 8.
Little land of 126 right.
Delta 920, you can departure with you.
920 over to departure.
I know that
Endeavor 5004, RNAV 2 squall, runway 27
DFW,
right,
I think it's
takeoff.
DFW, has like a plane spotting spot
Endeavor 5503, Atlanta Tower,
that people stream from, like a plaza, something, Founders Plaza, something like that. I don't know. I do wish we had something like that in Atlanta.
Runway 27 left, Delta 1323.
RNAV 726 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 26 left, RNAV 2467.
Delta 648 tower, 26 left, line up and wait.
46 left, Delta.
Runway takeoff.
This is 2467,
1231, tower 12320.
going to Baton Rouge, 717, 23 years old.
3, RNAV football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Skyhawk 19646, 10 miles to the south. Like a northeast heading to the Georgia Bravo, if that is possible with you.
We are still stacked up pretty good in the crook. Am I right, Richard? If you're still here?
Delta 1526, tower number 226 right, clear to land.
Graham Leggett, how dare you? How dare you say that imposter soda's name in my chat? Twofer! Southwest coming in from BWI in a 737. Delta headed to Asheville in a 717. Making the left turn, my precious. Going to Montgomery.
1131, cross runway 27 right, join Lima, contact ground point 75.
Graham.
Right, doing Lima ground point 75, Delta 1131.
It is Founders Plaza. How could I possibly remember that, but I have no idea where I put my keys.
Tower 3714, towers 123.85, have a nice day.
We have Caffeinated Misfit. We have at least 4 small airfields around Metro Atlanta. There's South Fulton, which I believe is also called Charlie Brown. Cobb County has one. PDK is one. I feel like I'm forgetting one. And then there's also Dobbins, where, you know, sometimes the G planes land there as well. Word on the street is it is extremely expensive for those little planes to fly in and out of Hartsfield, so they tend to utilize the smaller fields.
South of the airport until you reach 3,500 feet.
Lars Taylor, I do not know the answer to that. That would be interesting.
Number 646, your Clearsville Pass Bravo service area, just remain 4 miles south of the airport until you reach 3,500.
I was out running errands. Actually, I wasn't running errands. I was going back and forth to a doctor's appointment, which if you checked out my YouTube channel yesterday, you got to see my wonky dilated eye. Twofer. A320 off to Syracuse and A319 in from Montreal there. And there was, oh guys, help me out. Big gray plane, like huge gray military plane with all the propellers. Just, you know, Big Ben parliamenting overhead.
49, contact departure, good day.
DJ Angel Rider. We've got 2 firsts, 3 firsts. We had a 4 for right off the top this morning. No lack of activity this morning at the world's busiest airport.
3222, round on November, hold short, runway 27 right, November 5.
Yeah, I'd buy that caffeinated misfit. Hello, little baby. I mean, Hartsfield is really busy at those times too, all the commuter planes. Twofer. Banana on the way to Minneapolis, A320. 319 from Toronto, just coming in. I mean, I would definitely say, so we were live yesterday from 9:30 to 12:30. We started at 8:30 this morning. It is super, super busy with, I mean, generally more like commuter flights.
Maintain VFR at 3,500, and you're going to transition over the approach end, runway 28, runway 27 left.
Little baby is a Dassault Falcon 2000 EX, and that is all I got on that plane. Since it was a little baby and a big plane, I think that's a 1.5er, right? As opposed to a twofer. This is 757. 757, check, well, what? 757. I've got to go get a Diet Coke, you guys. 27-year-old 757 coming in on the south side from Jacksonville. Abraham TG joining us from India. Good evening, I think, to you. Yes, good evening. Twofer, round in the bend, 737 going to Sacramento, about to buzz by. Delta coming in from DC in a 320. I don't know if that technically counts as a twofer, since the Sacramento flight isn't really rolling yet. We'll see. That might have been a premature twofer exclamation. LOL. If you've been sitting on your behind for the last hour like I have, get up and give me a stretch. Maybe take that stretch over to the kitchen to get a Diet Coke. BRB.
We do have the countryside, 190.
Hotel 2325,
Delta 2325 Tower, your number 2, runway 26 right, clear to land.
26 right, clear to land, Delta 2325.
Delta 2594, Atlanta Tower, 2, runway 26 left, 310 at 5, your clear to land, number 2. Delta 1521 honor, not here, runway 26 left, ready to take off. Delta 2207 Tower, runway 26 left, line up runway. Delta 735, taxi good for today. Delta 2207 Arnhem to MPAS, runway 26 left, good for takeoff. Delta 2073 Tower, runway 26 left, line up.
Caffeinated Misfit. I also have an espresso, but what do you make the pods for it? Do you have one of those refillable pod thingamabobs? Twofer. Heading out, 737 to Nashville. Coming in, 717 from Charlotte. So, Phil Cognito, there are both Nespresso and Keurig that use the cups. I much prefer Nespresso because the pods are recyclable. Once you're done with them, you put them in a bag, send it back to the company. They pay for the postage. They use the grounds for composting, and they recycle the tins that they're in. And it's like an aluminum versus Keurig, which is plastic. I honestly, I don't know if they are recyclable or not. But I've never made my own. Always Look Up has entered the chat. Hey, hi, how are you? Caffeinated Misfit, you could send it to me on my YouTube channel. Just leave it as a comment. Always Looking Up. Yesterday we had reverse ops, so we had an even funner vantage point. Duper. Aviation 304 has entered the Chizat. Hello. Glad to have you. Caffeinated Misfit, you might have said this already, but the chat is moving pretty quick this morning. Did you get it from Amazon? Because it's Prime Day. Alaska Air, 737 here, going to Seattle. Korean Air over Tennessee right now. Good to know, good to know. Let's see if it's in my arrival list yet. It's over Tennessee. It shouldn't be too far out now, right? I mean, as far as time goes, I know where Tennessee is. I'm looking for it. Ooh, am I seeing it? Look at that! First plane I clicked on. So, Korean Air estimated 10:04 arrival, so we got a little time.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Misfit, did you see my wonky eye? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I had a retinal detachment in that eye a few years ago. So, just checking up on that. It's fine. I also have a lot of floaters in my right eye all of a sudden. Every doctor's like, don't worry about it. You'll get used to it. Great. Really, Misfit? Because it felt very noticeable to me. It felt like I had one regular eye and one, like, crazy saucer eye. Fortunately, the eye is back to being equally wonky this morning. Got a little baby coming in. Private little baby. Tell me about it, Chris. These new ones are rough. Twofer. My pet going to Fort Wayne. Coming in on the south side from Monroe. Another pet. How about that? Double pets. My precious. That is the CRJ 900LR for the uninitiated.
Thank you.
All right, floaters. Floater Club Unite. Our camera op is on fire. They're coming to get him. So these new floaters are like smoke coming up from the bottom. Like I used to have the tiny little dots, but now it looks like a cloud or smoke coming up from the bottom, and then an occasional zigzag coming in from the right. Super duper enjoying it. It's like my eyesight is always giving me like a noir effect. Awesome. Cincinnati. Coming in from Cincinnati, 737 here. Hi, Reginald Johnson, who's new. I'm so glad that you joined us just in time to hear me complaining about floaters in my right eye. I want you to know that that is not typical conversation here on Atlanta Plane Spotting Live. Welcome. We mostly talk about planes. But every once in a while, I use this platform as an opportunity to air my grievances. We do get flights from Norfolk regularly. I don't know if we have already had one this morning. Oh, I see my soul flight now. See my soul flight. You get a cookie if you get that reference. My singing was not great. Oh, look, there's Norfolk right now. Estimated 9:55 a.m. arrival for Norfolk in a 757. I agree, Misfit. I don't know that everybody agrees with that. Got a friend at the gate. Coming in from Omaha, Nebraska. 717 here, 22 years old. Look at that nice tight shot of the nose. Ooh, ah. It is perfect timing, Reginald. Are you from Norfolk? Do you have peoples there? Do you have someone on that flight? Tell me everything. This one is way more fun because we air all our grievances, right? And I play questionable music. I inhale Diet Coke. Oh, what is this? What is this? You guys, we got a 767 on the way in. Hello. Coming in from Boston. .767 coming in from Boston right there. 25-year-old plane. And just to make it special, 2 for sidecar.
927 on football, right for takeoff. Right at football, we take out 27 right up 927.
15 exit November 2, left on November.
November, Delta 13.
That's an A321 coming. Nope, that is a lie. Who is that? Where are you?
1315, hold short, runway 27 right, taxiway Papa.
I see you now. A321 coming in from Tampa there. South side, what? Everybody, Kathy Davison, aka Mom Jen, in the chat. Mom Jen cracks me up.
All right, Bravo 2, cross 26 left and echo, and we'll go straight to ramp 1, Delta 923 heavy. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Delta 2216 at Tango, cross 27 right, Lima, contact ground 175.
2216, cross 27 right at Tango, 0.75.
Are we poised for another 2 for here? We might be. 717 here going to Harrisburg.
Ramp southwest.
About to come by American Airlines from DC in the 319.
And right on November, hold short, runway 27 right, taxiway Tango.
Sector November, short of 27 right at Tango, Delta 10.
Mom, are you getting storms this morning?
Cross 27 right at Tango, join Lima behind the Airbus ground south, Delta 10%.
RNAV NTAP 26 left over takeoff.
Takeoff 7.288. Alright, 3 is visual street right.
Delta 1073, Sarah 26 right, total land.
Plane train. Woo-hoo.
1782, tower, runway 26 left, bottom of the way.
Who was asking about the plane train yesterday? Was it you, Phil?
American 1283, taxi, Bravo, Victor.
Do I need plane train music? I might.
Victor, with you for 12.
And I already know what it's going to be. And I would be willing to bet some of you do, too. As if there was any doubt. That version is excellent. Oh. obviously amused.
1782 RNS, copy, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
PA Flyer 65, good morning to you. I feel like it's been a minute since we've seen each other.
Southwest 1934, 726 right, clear to land. Southwest 2681, 726 left, line up lane. Southwest 2288, contact departure, good morning.
2288, good morning.
I'm getting a wee bit of laggity lag here on Flight Radar 24. I believe that is going to San Pedro Sula. Which is in Honduras. But does not. Where did we leave off with Central America and air horn status? I can't remember.
RNS, impact 26 left, clear for takeoff.
717 going to Madison here. Good morning, Tom Marchant, if I'm saying that correctly. Glad you found us. We are a relatively new stream. Atlanta Plane Spotting Live is Atlanta's premier hometown plane spotting channel. Ding! And we have been around for a little over a month.
1073, taxi Victor with please, good day.
Chris, real talk in the chat.
What's your flight 1514 last hour, runway 27 right on flight.
Revealing my true indecisive nature. A320 going to San Antonio here. That is a 30-year-old plane. Dr. Vape, thanks for joining us this morning. Glad to have you. Oh, Pennsylvania Flyer, you're doing a great job. Mutual Admiration Society. Southwest from Milwaukee, touching down there in a 737 MAX 8. Banana at the gate, that rhymed. How about a temperature check? That sounds fun, right? To me. 78 degrees right now and fair skies at Hartsfield-Jackson. Visibility 10 miles. Dew point 66. Last updated at 8:52 EDT, so I should have another temperature check for you here shortly. An updated temperature check. Twofer on the creep.
Bravo 4 crossing 6 left, and then 0.9 southwest, 30, 19.
I see we have 134 in the chat right now. We get to 150, we get more party music.
Delta 1367, tower number 226, right, for land. Tower 226, right, for land.
Coming in from DC, that's United in a 737, 24 years old.
FAA 96, RNAV do football, right for takeoff.
RNAV football.
Korean Air, 12 minutes out. Got it. Noted.
50 on tower, we're going to keep them right on and wait.
27 right, line up and wait, Delta 96.
Oh, Phil. Phil.
Now we're down to 2047, visual, 6 right.
At 1850, RNAV, nothing 26 left, clear for takeoff. Delta 1898, tower 26 left, line up and wait.
A320 here, going to Houston. 27-year-old plane. 82 degrees right now in Houston at George Bush Intercontinental Airport. So, fun fact. The other night, because you guys know I know how to party, I was like, why is it called Intercontinental Airport? What does that mean? How is that different from international? True story. It's not. It is a completely made-up marketing term used to distinguish the Houston airport. LOL.
Morning, Delta 2132 over AJ for the visual.
Delta 2132,
I am a one-person motor mouth talk show, Lars.
Clear to land, Houston right, any winds down there?
And I own it. I did work in morning radio for the better part of a decade. Old habits die hard, I guess. 737 on the way to... Is this right? Yeah. On the way to Liberia. Liberia, you say, Jen? In Costa Rica. Martin Smith in Michigan, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Takeoff,
10:10 arrival expected on that flight from Seoul, so we still got a little more time. 10:05 arrival, but we still got time. 10:10 scheduled, estimated arrival 10:05. 737 going to Houston here. Yes, there is. And there's also one in like Mississippi, I think, too, Graham. Maybe Louisiana, one of those. So many Liberias, so little time.
You did, yeah, because I thought you checked on. Your number 226 right, could land.
Coming out of the Crook, 757. 757 fans in the chat. Well, what? Going to Mexico City.
132 taxi Victor Live, please. Good morning.
Yeah, it does, Misfit. There's probably a Liberia there, too, come to think of it. Crisscross applesauce. Mexico City in front. San Jose del Cabo in the background. And a little twofer. Little Rock coming in. Look at that. Beauty. 737 from Little Rock there. 757 going to Mexico City. There's also a Lebanon in Pennsylvania.
37 contact departure. Have a good day.
There's probably more than one Phil Cognito.
490 tower, crosswing turbulence.
We have come to the part of the chat where we discuss A380s.
1 cross 26 right, hold short 26
Take it away. 77 degrees in Cabo right now.
The 1862 taxi on the Victor Loop.
Taxi Victor Loop, Delta 1862.
Delta 1815, RNAV, that's Nutby, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV, Nutby, 26 left, clear for takeoff, Delta.
Off to Cabo. Coming in right behind it. 757 from Richmond.
One, traffic is in position. Charlie, Christian Delta, cross runway 26 left, short ramp 6 north. Good day. Contact ramp someone. Good day.
1318, continue left turn heading 190.
190, number 13.
Second to breathe here. Oh, Richard, fare thee well. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you soon.
1186, taxi Victor, look good day. So the 1815 kind of departure here.
So the 1815 departure feeble.
Big big.
RNAV, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 586.
So 1870 Atlanta Tower, number 2, runway 26 right for the land, the wind, off.
Little baby. 1.5er. That was Southern Airways Express coming in from Jackson in a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan. Indeed, it is CW Media. It is 10 a.m. I'm Jennifer Nittoso. You are watching Atlanta Plane Spotting Live, Atlanta's premier hometown plane spotting channel, live from Hartsfield-Jackson, the world's busiest airport, here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Hi, how are you? What's up? It's Tuesday, June 11th, 10 a.m. EDT. We are rocking and rolling the morning shows this week. Had one yesterday. Here we are again today. Planning to do one tomorrow. And then we're taking a few days off, but don't worry. Everything's cool. Got a little behind the scenes stuff that needs to be taken care of. And then we will be blip, 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 blip. And then we will be back next week. Diet Coke. If you are new to Atlanta Plane Spotting Live, APL, in the ATL, don't ever say the ATL. Don't do it. I'm ashamed of myself. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, share, turn on notifications, tell your friends, bring your mom. I brought my mom. Mom, say hi. Kelly D has entered the chat from Eugene. 52 cool degrees there right now. I see 134 people in the chat. If you are a prowler in the precinct, a skulker in the skulker section, perhaps now is your moment to step into the light, introduce yourself, say hello. If not, that's cool. All skulkers, welcome. Oh, Phil. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm so glad that you are, you know, a person with a name and a picture.
Atlanta Tower, good morning, 126 Record Line, 12205.
Arnett football, run 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Arnett football, 27 right, clear for takeoff, American 8621.
We got a couple planes headed for the crook.
3127, contact departure.
Good day, 3127.
Good day.
Right on November, hold short, runway 27 right, taxiway Tango.
Quick refresh
Right
there.
on November, hold short, 27 right, taxiway Tango, number 1617. Good day, Delta 1432.
The Fast Flying Virginian has entered the chat. All right. Korean Air making it happen. I'm looking. I see it. Estimated 10:06 arrival.
1641. Flight 15, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, line up away. Frontier flight 155, runway 26 left, Frontier flight 155.
You can go ahead and give it a refresh. Viz checking in from Germany. Hey, hi, how are you?
Atlanta Tower, number 2, runway 26 right, cleared to land, wind 250 at 5 in the morning. Alright, clear to land, 26 right, JetBlue 2714, morning.
American 861, contact
Drunken
departure.
Monkey coming to us from Southern Oregon. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining us this morning.
American 861, climbing via the Palmer 3, leaving 2.9.
American 861, still on tower.
Doing a little quick check right there. Dr. Vape lives in Northeast Michigan. Has had an interest in aviation from a very young age and used to fly overseas during summer vacation. Where did you go to?
26 right, hold short, 26 left, Doug 3. Fox 706, Papa, Atlanta Tower, cross from 26 right, left turn Bravo.
C. Harris Media, checking in from the Bahamas. How is it in the Bahamas this morning? All right, there we go. Back on track with the camera. Just in time, too, because Korean Air is a minute out at this point. Is that a Frontier without a friend? Oh, no, it has a friend. Whew. Crisis averted. That is America's Green Airline livery. I think that's an eagle on the tail. A321 going to Cancun. We've got JetBlue coming in. And then Korean Air is, I believe, right behind it. Is Korean Air going to do us a solid? Come to the northern runways? I think it is. Nice, Dr. Vape. The real MCJ has entered the chat. Hey, hi, how are you? Ooh, I need to get my special Korean Air music ready to go.
Delta 1937, Arnett Flaw, right, clear for takeoff.
Arnett Flaw, 20 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 1937.
All right, it's a very artistic shot here. I hear it. I see it. Korean Air, Flight 35 from Seoul in a 747. She big. 7-year-old plane. Touching down 3 minutes ahead of schedule. Welcome. Hi. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. That did seem like a solid landing, Claxie. I agree. Oh, too firm. You thought it was too firm. I thought it was solid. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars.
06 Papa RNAS to Snuffy, runway 26
We get some in here, Abraham. I would say we average 1 or 2 747s per show. Does that sound like an accurate statistic to you guys, or am I just completely delusional? Don't answer that. Just answer the first part. Oh, Susan Lash, I played some K-pop for Korean Air because it's special, but I am happy to appease the masses with a little. Better?
November 5.
I love K-pop. Love it. So when Korean Air comes in, I play K-pop. Graham, thanks for joining us this morning. Hopefully you can join us again tomorrow morning. You are very welcome, Susan. All reasonable requests will be considered. Nick D, I almost missed you. Good morning. Hey, how are you? Where are you checking in from?
347.
I could rustle up some cowbell. Who deserves cowbell? You give me even the tiniest connection to an airline or a particular plane that needs cowbell, and I will make it happen. 757 fans in the chat. What? Coming in from Minneapolis here. That is a 27-year-old plane. 135 friends in the chat this morning on this blue sky Tuesday at Hartsfield-Jackson International. Wow, International came out very like, which means I need more Diet Coke.
3 monitor the tower, 123.85. Have a nice day.
81 degrees right now at Hartsfield. Visibility 10 miles. Dew point 63, which ain't bad for the middle of July. Heat index 82. Winds out of the west at 3 miles an hour. It is a nice day out there, folks.
Join Foxtrot, kind of ground point 9 traffic position. Join Foxtrot, point 9
737 going to Detroit, making the turn here. Detroit is at 75 degrees right now. Dr. Babe, thanks for subscribing to Jen Spotting. Jen Spotting, the fastest growing YouTube channel devoted to talking about Atlanta plane spotting. It's doing blockbuster numbers, guys. You don't want to miss it. I do update in between streams, usually in some sort of stuck position from the yoga mat, which is right outside my studio. It's not really intentional, it's just sort of the time of day when things get cemented for the next day. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. Doing some stretchies, using the WD-40, updating gen spotting. Multitasking.
2025, you can exit November 2, turn left on November.
Good morning, Joshua LeClaire. You are the best chatter.
Right, for takeoff.
On that football, just right there, takeoff, never be.
Delta 2182, Atlanta Hartsfield, right, runway, Hapeville, Hartsfield.
Sure, Atlanta Boeing, Delta 2182.
Delta 1882, contact departure.
To departure, Delta 1882.
96.
That's Monitor 2385, come on, Delta 25.
Korean Air is just chilling out there on the runway. Bogarting, trying to intimidate the little planes, I think. 737 MAX 8. On the way to Denver here, that's a 4-year-old plane.
Delta 1796, contact departure.
Delta 1796, good morning.
Off 173 Alpha Square, Jam, Garner, and Pass 26 left, clear for takeoff. There, 4906, Grand Tower, 126 left, runway, Jam, will be down.
We are up to 97 likes. Couple more, and it's party time. No pressure, but 100% pressure if you haven't hit the like button. As I have said numerous times, I need constant validation. My mother's here, she can attest to that. My precious going to South Bend here.
Good cross, 27 right off Alpha, join, leave over to ground at 75, Delta 2045, get in.
There's the Korean Air flight. Just mocking the little planes by slowly moving along.
Air 035, heavy traffic.
Whiskey Films, are you here today? Are we double moderated today? Twofer?
Yes, yes, sir, Queen, Joe, 25. So 3789, can expert today. Good day, so much.
Runway 27 left, the wind 310 at 6, clear to land.
No, you are, drunken monkey. You are. Oh, wow. We got a conga line again, you guys. We had, like, just the slightest of lulls. And now we're back at it. First up, CRJ 701ER. Oh, fine. To Monroe. I've been told by my consultant that I'm not allowed to say Monroe anymore, even though that's what the locals say. You know who you are.
Okay, 035, heavy. I'll tell you when to stop the end of.
Korean Air's like, hey, we've been in the air for like 10 hours. What's another 15 minutes to the gate? Slow and low. That is the tempo.
And number 48906, our number. Nuffy, runway 26 left.
Oh, that was fast. Does that mean it's party time?
Delay from the 417, 26 left, line of wait. Line of wait, 26 left, all day.
I think it is. I think it is party time. Let's see. Let's let Spotify be the DJ and see what happens.
Delta 600, RNF law, right, takeoff.
RF law, clear takeoff, 7
1527, Atlanta Tower, right, runway.
right. Avoid it. 2625. We are deep on bottom.
Del 2065, Atlanta Tower, good morning, runway 27 left, the wind 290 at 6, clear to land number 2.
Land 27 left, Del 2065.
On this particular playlist, Spotify has pulled up quite a few explicit songs. So I'm going to find a different playlist. All right. Make it happen here. This is Watermelon Meow Meow.
Hello? Hello? Is there someone on the line? Hello?
Once again, proving that Spotify will put anything on its platform. That said, I'm totally putting it in my plane spotting playlist. So that was your unintentionally very weird 100 likes Watermelon Meow Meow celebration. Thank you, David. I was wondering if anyone was going to catch that. Tater 12 has entered the chat. How you doing? What's up? Looks like Korean Air is finally at the gate. Watermelon Meow Meow for everybody. A320 headed to Monterey there. We got 5 in and around the bend, another 5 on the creep. We're keeping it real, Tater 12, crushing it every day. Well, Kathy Davison, aka Mom, the locals say Monroe. The non-locals say Monroe. And my consultant, my top consultant, has told me to stop saying Monroe. I think he thinks I sound like a ding-dong. So I say Monroe.
Frontier 23.
John Romeo on all the south ramps.
737 about to roll out from Minneapolis here, 9-year-old plane.
Yeah. 71311, turn left heading 190.
Left 19.
The question is, how do you say Atlanta? How many syllables? Atlanta. 3. How else would you say it? Thank you, CW Media, having my back there. Knows what's up.
121.0. Have a nice day.
On way 26 left, 1771. 47 Connect departure, good day. Delta 2371, we're boarding takeoff. Delta 2371, roger, your fire. Negative. Delta 2371, and you can go back to the gate, sir? Not right now. Roger, we'd like to get back in line. Come down right turn on Bravo for me. Alright, right turn on Bravo, Delta 2371. 725, connect departure.
36 RNF football.
RNF football,
We did get some sunshine in here eventually, Abraham, yesterday, but it was very rainy first thing in the morning, and it did take a little time to get that cloud deck to clear. CW Media, I know you know better than that.
Continue on Bravo. Victor on Victor.
Drunken Monkey, you get an F for the assignment. Tater 12, I would love to hear you say Atlanta as one syllable. Crisscross applesauce. A320 to Toronto, waiting to go, right behind it.
582, contact departure.
Going to Kansas City. The spinny circle. We'll get there. We'll get there, Flight Radar 24. 757 going to Kansas City. 757 fans in the chat. What?
44 on football. Affirmative, Delta 8, 20 line 4, line right wing. She's in right lane, without they might have a white Delta.
8 planes behind this one, getting ready to go. It does kind of look like that. It looks like somebody was spilling the tea. If I had to guess, it was the Kansas City one. Oh, look at that. Twofer with a banana split.
Okay, Delta 759. Let me know when you're ready. You're void at 28, so we might have to get you a new time if you're not ready. Let me know.
Quick banana there. 757, what? Going to Kansas City, 23-year-old plane. Joshua is a great chatter. Always appreciate you being here, Joshua. In fact, I'm going to give you a little emoji. There you go, Joshua. That's for you.
Good speed, pass Bravo 3, Delta 972.
Gary says, real old triple crisscross applesauce, you guys. I mean, where can you get this content? Nowhere else gives you triple crisscross. I don't know what else I can do for you. We've hit the peak today. Gary, hi, how are you? Says real old natives say lantern. I don't know about that. I guess I'll have to take your word. Is that a friend in the background? We had one quick little lull, and now my flight radar, it's moving fast. Delta connection going to Lafayette here in my pet 14-year-old plane. Hey, Tater 12, don't tell my mother she's right. You'll never hear the end of it. I mean, according to her, she's always right, so I guess it doesn't matter, but... Just turn this right back on. That was a brief banana in from Detroit, A320. About to buzz by it, going to Louisville, 737 here. Joshua LeClaire, I am crushing it. How are you? That's a DHL plane in the background, I think. Somebody was asking about DHL way earlier in the show, if you're still here. I believe that was DHL. Different flavor banana.
Arnett football, 27 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 2445.
Delta 1869, Atlanta Tower, 160 mile incline.
Item away 27 right, Delta 18.
We are also super stacked in the bend on the southern runway as well. So we might get some threefers in here. A321 going to San Diego here, 5-year-old plane.
Atlanta Tower, 126 right, clear land, 12905. Delta 24, 65 Arnett for the inbound, 126 left for takeoff. Takeoff 26 left, Arnett, inbound, Delta 24, 65. Delta 2199, Atlanta Tower, 126 left, Delta 2199. Delta 12398, connect departure. Delta 12398.
PA Flyer, I originally read that as South Dakota, but I think maybe you mean San Diego. Wes Westbrook has entered the chat, given some love to the 717s. That was the 717 going to the ham in the background. That is a 321 coming from PBI. Oh, Doros, you're the best. Everybody, Doros has entered the chat with a little donation, which we very much appreciate around these parts. Looking expensive, looking expensive. Doros, thank you so much for your support. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Joshua. And you are a great chatter. And a loyal subscriber, and that is appreciated. Okay, making the turn. A321 going to Denver. Beauty shot. Well, not only does it look different in the morning, but it is a bright, sunny morning. And I feel like it has been a hot minute since we've had such a blue sky, bright, sunshiny day around here. Our parade has been getting sort of consistently rained on lately.
cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 27 left, Delta 1799.
Delta 1763, hold short of runway 27 right at Tango.
Short 27 right, Tango, Delta 1763.
Delta 1763, thank you. Monitor tower on 123.85.
123.85, thank you.
Never 52 on tower 123 right, on a plane.
Next up at the party, Southwest, 737. 17 years old. Lots of sevens there. Going to Dallas. For real, Misfit. For real. This time of year, we are lucky if we get through a day or two with no thunderstorms. For sure. For sure.
Delta 1759 on tower 123 right, Lima Bravo, on a plane.
Oh, wow. Yikes, PA Flyer. That is a ton of rain in a short amount of time. I imagine there was quite a bit of flash flooding in your neck of the woods.
Delta 323, contact departure for you. The frequency is 3347.
3347, Delta 323, thanks.
Who's this illegally parked right here? A320 going to Austin? What are you doing? That is a no parking zone. If you stay there, you're going to get a ticket.
Delta 1759 on a floor, right, take off.
Atlanta Hartsfield, right, clear for takeoff, Delta 1759.
Headed for the south side, that is Delta coming in from Destin Fort Walton Beach in a 737. Twofer. On the bottom is our 737 to Dallas. Double 737s. Oh, and guess what? It is 77 degrees at Dallas Love Field right now. And thunderstorming. All the sevens.
Number 5262, contact departure.
The one that's illegally parked is a party plane. I don't know if... Oh, I see what you did there. Because it's going to Austin. Yeah, baby. Sure, why not? 737 going to Columbus. 24-year-old plane.
Delta 837 heavy helicopter, phone number. So at least for
The Atlanta Airport, altimeter 3004, St. House.
contact departure.
Good day, thank you for your help, Delta 1759.
Sure. Altitude, altimeter is 3004.
132 Atlanta Tower, number 27 left, wind 2506, clear to land.
32.
Delta 1799, monitor tower on 123.85.
123.85, Delta 1759.
Southwest 1353, got next departure, good day.
Southwest 1353.
From 1983, RNAV is nothing, runway 26 left, with takeoff. RNAV, nothing, left, clear for takeoff, confirmation, 1941, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, line of way.
Thanks for getting us the back of that Honolulu flight camera op. If we catch that going out, it gets a little heavy music. This is a 737 going to Belize City.
1620 RNAV floor, right, clear for takeoff. Delta 2351 on tower 123 right, on a plane.
126 right, total land, 12405 month. Contact departure flight.
Coming in from DC, A320, 30-year-old plane.
1941.
Delta Flight 837 is your favorite flight out of Atlanta. I do not yet have every flight number memorized, Bulldog, so give me a hint.
Southwest 2351, RNF football.
RNF football, clear takeoff 27 right, South 2351.
Southwest 3519, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 right, left wing.
Flight 27 right, Southwest 3719.
That's a 737 on the way to Puerto Vallarta.
2017, good day.
Good day.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm with you now. That makes more sense. That wasn't just a random I like this flight. You're talking about the Honolulu flight that I just referenced. I'm totally with you. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
Southwest 420, Atlanta Tower, good morning, number 2, runway 26 back to the land, 1240 at 4.
Clear land 26 right, Delta.
Is it Evie or Evie? I'm guessing it's Evie, but I get these things wrong all the time. Checking in from Germany. Hey, hi, how are you? Thanks for being here. Ooh, we got a double. Is that a double banana? I don't know. I don't think so, because I think that's technically a DHL in the background, but I'm not sure. Oh, the little chubby 737s. Are they no longer a thing, or are they just not very common?
You're about number 6 or so. I got to get these heavies off at the end, but you're number 6. You'll still be fine with your time.
No, that's no problem. That's what I
I
thought.
just heard air traffic control say we got to get these heavies off at the end. So
174.
that's exciting.
I'm sorry, visual 27 miles just outside Depot.
Southwest 1132, turn right and hold short of runway 27 right at November 5.
All right, turn right and hold short of 27 right, November 5, Southwest 1132.
Southwest 1132, monitor tower on 123.85.
Monitor 2385, Southwest 1132.
United 2174, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 left, wind 230 at 4, cleared to land.
2174, 27 left.
We should see 737 from Nashville about to buzz by. There she is. Wes, I want to hear more about the chubby little 737s. Educate me. Our flight to Honolulu is on the move on the south side. If we are able to catch it, we might be able to do some Jaws fins here. If not, we're just going to see it shoot out of the side of the screen here.
Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, line of way.
If we pan back to the right, we're going to see our flight taking off for Honolulu, an A330.
You are not on the right frequency for 226 left, 0 departure.
On the south side.
2532.
Yes, 25. You're on the north side though, right?
Correct. 26 left, hold short.
Yep.
All right, well, just take my word for it. It was epic. Honolulu, aloha. Oh, you are welcome, Evie. Hope I'm saying that right. We are coming at you from the world's busiest airport, and we are just a little over a month old. So, like the little babies who come through in their teeny planes, we're a little baby too. 757 going to Bozeman. Buzzing by right there. 757 fans of the Jawa. What? Got a 717 from the Noog about to land.
Halfway to that right, the chart Southwest 3844.
United 2174, join November to the end, hold short of 127 right at Papa.
November to the end, hold short.
United 2174, monitor tower on 123.85.
2385, good day, United 2174.
That is a 767 on the way to Miami, which I believe qualifies for domestic party music, domestic heavy music. Thanks for catching that, 767. Almost got by me.
Cross 27 right at Papa ground.
Darmok. Hello. We started at 8:30 local time this morning. Remind me, what time is it by you? Are you 5 hours ahead? 737 MAX 8 touching down here, United. Brand new as of May 2023, which means they have not even taken the plastic off of that one yet. $757 fans in the chat. What? Going to Guatemala City. That is a 23-year-old plane. Aw, drunken monkey. That is very sweet, and you know what that gets you.
Thank you.
Whoa, that's not the right song. Let's try that again. Drunken Monkey, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Babies do need to be nurtured. That is very, very much appreciated.
3133, RNS football,
RNS football, 27 right, clear to go, Southwest 317.
yeah, 320 at last hour, 1 right, 1 point.
I've been waiting 27 right, 320.
Yeah, we've been fairly banana-y this morning, Dharma. Not like crazy banana-y, but definitely a fair share of nanas this morning. 757 fans in the chat. What? Touching down from Kansas City there. Adam, is it Fathauer? Fathauer? I'm sorry if I'm butchering the last name. I hate it when people butcher my last name. When I was at the doctor yesterday, they were calling out Ms. Nittoso. I mean, come on. Come on. There are a bunch of letters that are not in there that gets you to Nittoso.
Hello, American 2039 on the visual 2700, you can contact departure now. Have a good day. Have a good day, Doug. 2700. American 2039, land tower number 0, runway 26 right, middle land, wind 280 at 320. 6 right, clear line,
Banana second in line behind 737 to Memphis. 757 in the background coming in from NA. 3 fur, 4 fur. How many furs are we at this point? That was an A321 coming in from Raleigh. So you're an early bird, CW Media, huh? I myself am not. But 8:30, I feel, is civilized. When I worked at the Weather Channel and I went to work at like 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning, there was a very strict, don't even look at me until 6 a.m. rule with my colleagues. I turned on the charm on the air, but oof. I know I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I do not miss those hours. Miss the job sometimes. Do not miss the hours. Two-year-old banana on the way to Houston. I know you guys hate that banana song, but I still like it. If you can even call it a song, it's more of a scream. If you are just joining us, have you hit that like button? Have you hit that subscribe button? I'd love it if you'd do both. Atlanta Plane Spotting Live is just a little over a month old, so we are growing our community here, and we need you. I need you. American coming in from O'Hare there, A319. 737 to San Salvador. It is 88 degrees in San Salvador right now. San Salvador in, who would have thought, El Salvador. Oh, hello, little baby. Look at this. Is that a propeller? Somebody might need to wind that up. Actually, I guess we saw this come in earlier, and I wasn't paying attention to the propeller. Southern Airways Express, back to Jackson, Cessna 208B Grand Caravan that is 19 years old.
Turn right, heading 340, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Raymond Hurst, checking in from California. Good morning, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Wait, Graham, are you back? Did you leave? Am I hallucinating? Very, very slight lull here. So I'm gonna stand up and stretch. You guys want to give me the 7th inning stretch? It's good to get up and shake it out once an hour.
2526 clear, 2-lane, runway 27 left.
Also, as you know, I have to make my Apple rings think that I'm moving around every hour. That was a Precious from Knoxville buzzing by there. Oh, well, I missed it, Graham. I'm sorry. Sometimes the chat moves fast, and I miss it.
Tango. Delta 1405, monitor tower on 123.85.
Delta 2328 coming up on depot.
Delta 2328 Atlanta tower on 127 left, then 2804, stationary door number 2.
Third left, 27 left, Delta 2328.
Chris, is there a hallucination ban? I don't remember that rule being instituted. Sometimes I feel like this whole job is a hallucination because it's fun and you guys are great. Oops, did you hear that? I hit the mic button too soon. Yeah, that was the door on my booth. It gets very warm in here, so every once in a while I have to open it up and let a little air in. Thanks for exposing me, Darmok. That was 757, fans in the chat, what? Coming in from New Orleans. 737 coming in from Detroit there.
Class calling, you are on Atlanta Tower, advise turn to left, 532.
Coming out of the bend is Southwest 2928 going to Austin in a 737. Perhaps it could give the double parked Austin in front of it a little boop. 757, fans in the chat, what? Coming in on the south side from Jacksonville. I'm going to call that a twofer.
Charlie, is it?
Right at Tingo.
Southwest 737 is an 18-year-old plane.
01.
Oscar Tower on 12325.
Takeoff runway 27 right, RNAV, football.
Oh, caffeinated misfit, if I haven't already missed you. Adios. Thanks for being with us this morning. See you soon.
Charlie, cleared into the Atlanta class Bravo airspace as requested. Report northbound turn.
Powered up 2371, ready for fire.
026 left for takeoff. 773 Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left for takeoff. RNF, not being 26 left. Runway 5 Atlanta Tower, 126 right, clear to land, 0 at
A321 headed to Salt Lake City here. I feel like we're getting into the time frame where we should see an international flight or two, right? Right? No? Am I hallucinating again, you guys?
Delta 533, contact Park, have a good flight.
Good data, 56.
Here, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
27 right, my point 75, Del 2328.
2526 Tango cross, 127 right, runway ground point 75.
27 right, Tango, going through ground point 75, Del 2526.
Good morning, runway 26 right to land, 280.
This is our A320 going to Austin.
Multiple birds between 900 and 1,000 feet AGL. Small, 279.
Delta 622, turning final, 27 left.
Delta 622
you, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 left, wind 2706, cleared to land.
Clear to land, 622. 2025, hold short, runway 26 left, you said right. Hartsfield 151 on up inbound, runway 26 left, takeoff. Cell 2371, connect car.
Cell 2371, have a great day.
Cell 2875, you didn't hit the birds, did you?
Euro Aviation TV has entered the chat. Hello, hello. How are you? No Marshall plane this morning, I'm afraid.
You can plan a right turn at Delta for Charlie on the ground. Delta or Charlie. South 1934, countdown to 4, good day.
Good work, great day, South 1934.
Bravo 4 cross 56 left to access ground 1 out.
And 2 lights land.
115342 cross 127 right, going to my ground point 75.
Cross 27 right.
That little baby going by was NetJets. Flight 456. It was an Embraer Phenom 300, one-year-old plane. It was 767 on the way from Orlando. Is it coming to our side? Is it coming to the dark side?
100 Atlanta Tower, runway 26 right, clear to land. 2178, countdown to Mars, good day.
1178, switch to
1090 on out football, runway 27 right.
Looks like that 767 is going to the south side.
Runway 27 right, southwest 1090.
1061, hold for it to be 3 minutes for it to move.
Hold short, up 1061.
126 right, clear to land.
100.
South 100 there, I think.
And that's how it does 200, that's not right.
South 2100, roger, as able right.
That was a 737 on the way to Greenville.
4000.
There's our Orlando flight, I believe.
Join runway 27 right, Tango.
Our 767.
Tango.
7622 at Tango, you can cross runway 27 right, join Lima, contact ground point 75.
At Tango, cross 27 right, Lima, I think ground point 75. Double 620.
2100, maintain 210 knots, and 4000 per altitude, so we can go around.
And,
Newly anointed domestic heavy music.
So 2100, turn right, heading 040.
Delta 71 from Amsterdam doing 32 minutes.
So
We may or may not make that.
27.25.
725.
Do our best. Euro Aviation TV, maybe you've told me this before, but if not, where are you based out of? Let's get to know each other a little better. Tell me your hopes and dreams. Or just tell me where you're based out of. Both are fine. 737 here coming in from BWI, 8-year-old plane. 82 degrees, clear skies in Baltimore this morning. Ding ding, it is 11:02 a.m. here at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. You are watching Atlanta Plane Spotting Live. I'm Jennifer Nittoso. I am your captain, your host, your flight attendant, your yap trap, all in one.
And actually cross runway 27 right at Tango,
757 fans in the chat, what? That's coming in from Tampa. If you're a first-timer here at Atlanta Plains Spotting Live, welcome. We're so happy to have you, and we would love it if you would complete a few tasks. 1, like. 2, subscribe. 3, turn on notifications. 4, share. 5, pop in the chat and introduce yourself. 6, if you're so inclined, check out Jen Spotting, where I update you on Atlanta Plains spotting activities in between streams. I know that is a lot of homework, so I will take like 3 out of 6 there. You choose. Amsterdam. Gotcha. I probably knew that already and I just forgot.
44 Tower, the wind 270 is 5 for my 265, settle land.
Op 3, roger. 1228, traffic is holding in position at Tango. Cross runway 27 right, then join Lima, contact ground point 75.
1228 at Tango, cross 27 right, join Lima, point 75.
We've got American Eagle in a Precious coming in shortly. For the uninitiated, my Precious is the Mitsubishi CRJ 900LR. Wait, Phil, are you back on your ghost account? That was the Precious from Charlotte right there. Darius, good morning. Hey, hi, hello. How are you? Let's get a temperature check here from Hartsfield. 84 degrees, winds out of the west at 7 miles an hour. Dew point is 65. Visibility 10 miles. Heat index 86 degrees. And look at all that blue sky. Inhale the blue sky today and tomorrow, because we shift back to a rainier pattern starting on Thursday. And just a reminder, we are doing back-to-back-to-back streams this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, in the mornings. And then we will be on hiatus for a few days. Fear not, nothing wrong, just taking care of some big myth behind the scenes. Do I have a personal favorite international plane at ATL? Huh. Well, I feel a little torn by that question. Because on the one hand, Korean Air enables me, inspires me to play K-pop music, which I like. And it's a big blue plane, which I like. However, it looks like a Pepsi plane, which I do not like. Diet Coke forever. So, I don't know, besides that, the KATL planes are kind of cool. Big, colorful-ish. I don't know, you guys. Answer Wes's question for me. What's your favorite international plane? Well, he did say international, Graham. I don't know that, unless you count Mexico. Does Frontier really fly, quote, international? If we're counting Mexico as international, then I guess Frontier would be my favorite. Yes, Darius. Everything's cool. I did have to get it dilated, though, so I had one crazy wonky saucer eye. I I had a detached retina in that eye a few years ago, so it gets a lot of special attention. It also has a bunch of brand new floaters, which sucks, but you know what? There we are. That's life. Graham likes Ethiopian from Dublin. Cool. Respect. Darius is a KLM fan.
447 taxi via the Victor Loop.
All right.
25 RNAV, this is Duffy, runway 26 left.
Quite a few coming up to the bend now. 717 going to Tulsa here. Might get a twofer. Might. We got a 717 on the way in from Huntsville. Double 717s. Is it happening? I think it's happening. Is it happening? Oh, it is happening. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Ooh, there she is. That is a legitimate, certified, bona fide twofer. I mean, I like Air France, for sure. It's a good one. Reliable. I get to say Air France. Probably, much to everyone's chagrin. United going to O'Hare, 737, right behind it. My precious going to Bentonville. Nashville behind that. Jackson behind that. Seattle behind that. Wheels up on our 737 for O'Hare, 24-year-old plane.
2385, Delta 2236. 26 left, clear takeoff, San 286.
Vinicius? Am I saying that right? Checking in from Brazil. Vinicius? Help me out here. Hi, how are you? Thanks for stopping by.
5, Delta 2336.
Delta 468 now, Delta Park today.
Departure Delta 468 today.
RNAV to impasse, runway 26 left, over takeoff. Delta 2374 tower, runway 26 left, bottom plane.
Runway 26 left, Delta 2374.
United 626, kind of Atlanta departure, good day.
Departure, good day, United 626.
Good
737 off to Nashville here, 21-year-old plane.
1283, RNAV football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV football, 27 right, clear for takeoff, 1283.
Delta 774, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, bottom plane.
Runway 26 left, Delta 774.
And over 5286, kind of Atlanta departure, good day.
757 sitting in the bend on the south side.
Tower, the winds are 300 at 8, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 26 right.
Del 1305, 10 at the bar, good day.
Del 1305, yeah.
651 Atlanta Tower, runway 27 left, wind 300 at 8, clear to land.
Clear to land, 27 left, Del 2651.
$757 fans in the chat, what? Getting ready to roll out for Seattle here. 20-year-old plane. Invisible orange dot. We are probably going to 11:30 today. That is the plan. Man.
2374, 10 at the bar, good day.
North departure, Del 2370. Football 27 service takeoff, 1938.
Welcome to the chat, Ronaldo from Brazil. Thanks for joining us this morning on Atlanta Plane Spotting Live, Atlanta's premier hometown plane spotting channel. So designated by me.
Tower, Delta 2223, inside Seattle.
Delta 2223 Atlanta Tower, runway 27 left, wind 310 at 7, cleared to land. Number 2.
Clear to land on 27 knots, Delta 2220.
737 coming in from Columbus. What happens at noon?
Delta 1938, contact Force, good day.
1938, good day.
Darius.
Tower, Delta 2780, visual.
Oh, coming up on 150 likes. That will get some party music for sure.
Tower, winds are 3107, runway 26 right, for the land.
PFA, we have had a whole bunch of 757s this morning. Yesterday, too. It has just been a 757 party the last couple days. Darius.
Tower on 123.85.
Juan Manuel Caceres checking in from La Rioja, Argentina, if I'm saying that right. Hello. Hi. How are you? Thanks for joining us this morning. Glad you found us.
596 is depot 27 left.
Delta 596 Atlanta Tower, runway 27 left, wind 290 at 8, cleared to land.
Nothing going on Atlanta this morning. If anybody knows the rhyme or reason as to why that is, educate me. All right. I will see if we can extend long enough. That's Amsterdam, right? Delta 71.
2651 to Tango, cross runway 27 right, join Lima, ground point 75.
Delta 2651, cross 27 right at Tango, join Lima, ground point 75.
Upway 26 left, Delta 24.
Short of runway 27 right at Tango.
Oh, short 27 right at Tango, down 2223.
Delta 2223 monitor tower on 123.25.
All right. Ooh, look at that twofer. Beauty. 321 coming in from OKC. 737 out to IND. Oh, what are the chances I get this one right on the first try? Josegi. Yosegi. Yoseji. Joseji. Hi. Good evening to you in Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah, that twofer was a thing of beauty right there for sure.
27-2, line up from 827 right.
I know it's Indianapolis. I was just trying to rhyme.
7 left, clear to land, 754. Civic Loop.
That is 757. What? Coming in from Cancun there.
Delta 1660, hold short of runway 27 right of Papa. Delta 1660, monitor tower 123.85.
Delta 2223, cross runway 27 right, 1 micron, plus 75.
Back cross 27 right, Mike, 75, Delta 2223.
I try to be, Graham. That was definitely part of my job when I was a meteorologist at the Weather Channel, since the vast majority of official reporting stations around the U.S. come from airports. That is New Orleans, of course. Abraham, Atlanta is widely known as the city of trees because we are a giant metropolitan area, but lots and lots of trees, like right smack dab in the middle of the city. There are wooded neighborhoods and tracts of forested land in and outside of city limits, which is great for multiple reasons. Number one, places like New York, which are a concrete jungle, are plagued by the heat island effect, where the concrete absorbs so much heat and then releases it later in the day and at night. So you'll see that Manhattan is always 2 to 5 degrees warmer than surrounding areas because there's just concrete, asphalt, and very little in the way of trees. Fortunately, Atlanta does not really suffer from the heat island effect. MCI's Kansas City. I would be very surprised if you could get one past me, Graham, unless it's some like tiny airfield. Then you will get it past me.
There's 484. Monitor tower on 123.85.
123.85, number 484.
Good day.
2072, thank you, bye.
So that was your little lesson in heat islands this morning. Who asked for it? No one. Got it anyway. No extra charge.
Delta 1512, Lima Bravo, 27 right, line of away.
Away, runway 27 right at Lima Bravo, Delta 1512. 2519, approaching deep, Delta 27.
Where is our Amsterdam flight at?
2806, clear to 2 land.
Let me see.
2519, clear to land, 27.
Delta 2123, Atlanta Tower, the winds are 280 at 6, runway 26 right, clear to land.
9 minutes out.
Southwest 47 on end to impact, runway 26
Hey, somebody was asking about this flight earlier. Coming in from Norfolk, 757, 22-year-old plane. Anytime, Abraham.
2 minutes, they got one on the south.
I heart trees. Pray, you must not be from here originally. Are you from the West Coast originally?
2923, contact for Captain Flight.
Delta 2923, Quincy, good day. Delta 2519, Pirate, birds at 2000, and until final descent.
Thank you.
Delta 27, 6
tower. The winds are 270.
I think I see it.
Correct for the land.
I do. Flight 71 coming from Amsterdam. Right about to fly over Lawrenceville, Georgia. It's an A330 due on the ground at 11:32. I believe we can make that happen. Whole bunch in the bend here. 737 to Seattle leading us off. 5-year-old plane.
Right, your flight 92.
That would be nice, Graham.
2123, taxi to the Victor Loop. Join Mike, ground point 75.
Cross runway 27 right on November 5, and then join Mike at 0.75 to ground.
737 coming in from Panama City here. Panama City, Florida, to be clear. I wonder if this is right or if this is just a glitch. I was just looking around on flight radar in other parts of Georgia and Alabama, and right kind of outside of Dothan to the west are like just a ton of helicopters. Is that a glitch in the matrix or is that real?
Delta 2763, taxi to the Victor Loop. A71 RNAV is Murphy, runway 26 left, over takeoff.
Oh, that's interesting, Graham.
2021 ATLICAO, runway 26 left, on point.
6 left, line up point, Delta 2021.
737 to Seattle rolling out.
Runway 27 right, Delta 96. Left, I'm going up 592.
A321 touching down from Denver, 6-year-old plane. A320 off to Buffalo. Shuffling off, if you will. I know, that was a good one too. Flight 71 from Amsterdam. Clearly doing my bidding. Now an estimated 11:31 landing. It's gonna get all the air horns, you guys. All the air horns. Twofer. Beauty. Twofer beauty shot. Look at that. Man, when you got it, you got it. Slow clap for the camera off. Euro Aviation TV, we are the world's busiest airport. We have some 7,500 departures per week. I need to look up if the arrivals is in the ballpark of that number too. Though I would not be surprised if one of you guys already knows the answer. That's my Precious in the foreground, going to the Noog. And 701 going to North Eleuthera? Where is that? Oh, I just butchered that name, didn't I? I apologize. That's going to the Bahamas. If my friend from NASA is still here, I apologize for the chop job I just did on the name of the airport there. That was A321 coming in from Boston. Oh, Amsterdam is coming in on our runway. Thanks, Amsterdam. You're the best.
2715 Atlanta Tower, runway 27 and left, wind 240 cleared to land.
We got 319 coming in from DC, and then Amsterdam flight is right behind that.
5341, Delta 71 Heavy, Atlanta Tower, wind 240 is 6, runway 26 right to the land.
Fort Rucker is just west of there. That's the training base for U.S. Army aviation training. Okay. Euro Aviation, yes. Atlanta operates at night. It goes all night, though there is kind of a lull from, I would say, maybe 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. where very few flights take off, but we are 24 hours. All right, that's our flight from DC. Next up, 71 from Amsterdam, A330, 11:31 estimated arrival, which is in a minute. I think we have it in our sights.
Delta 1281 on end impasse, runway 26 left of takeoff. Delta 1281 clear for takeoff, on end impasse. Delta 37 and Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left on plane. 26 left on Boeing, Delta 1537. Miami football number 3202.
The A330 from Amsterdam is 19 years old. It is an A330-323. Here we go. What do we give that landing? How many stars? 4 out of 5? I did say we'd get extended air horn on this one. I forgot that was in there. Awesome.
Delta 2850.
Eagle ATL popping in with some facts. Atlanta spent $32 million for one runway and taxiway widening and modifications on Concourse E before Korean Air launched the first A380 flights to Atlanta in 2013. Huh. How about that? All right, it is 11:32 EDT. We are wrapping it up here on Atlanta Plane Spotting Live, Atlanta's premier hometown plane spotting channel from the world's busiest airport, Hartsfield-Jackson International. Did I say I'm Jennifer Nittoso? I am. We will be back tomorrow morning. I will let you know exactly what time on Jen Spotting, the premier hometown YouTube channel about Atlanta plane spotting. Thanks so much to all of you for joining us this morning. Good stream. Good job, everybody. We will talk soon. Until then, stay cool, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.
Runway 26 left, take off.